Alright, so today what we decided to do was for a medics training session, we decided to start working on the IGP Transport. Now, the first thing we did to start to prepare for this was to teach medic a watch command. The watch command just means to look and focus his attention on the reward, the object, the toy, the obstacle, whatever it is that I might send him to. So as you can see, I give him the watch command and I place my hand on the inside of his face. And that is his cue to look at the thing that is in front of us, or whatever it is I'm pointing at. What we will start to do from here is to incorporate forward motion while he is in the actual watch command. So while he is looking forward, we'll start to step forward and he should move forward with me. And this is new, so he's a little bit confused, and that's normal. But as he moves forward with me while maintaining eye contact on the reward, I can release him to that reward to say that that is what I wanted him to do. What we're going to do is we're just going to take it slowly, take it one step at a time, so that he really understands the point of this exercise. Now, when he is looking forward, it is much more challenging for him to stay with me because he's not looking at me like he would in an attention heel. So as we start to do this, as we start to go further and further, we're going to find that he doesn't really know how to stay with me, and he's going to have to do a little problem solving. Ideally, what I want him to kind of figure out is that he should basically walk so close that he can feel my leg against his shoulder. And that way, he knows when he's in the right spot, whether he's too far forward, whether he's too far back. And as we go through this progression, he will actually start to figure that out. There we go. So at this point, we're trying to make it very easy for him to understand that we can walk forward together, and he can look at the toy, and doing so while walking with me will get him his reward. As we continue on, we're going to start to make it a little bit more challenging for him, where he has to walk forward, maybe he has to stop, maybe he has to turn, so now we're going to throw in a stop. But I still want him to look forward. But every time we make these changes, make it a little bit more challenging, he's starting to realize, hey, you know, I can't really look at the toy like I'm supposed to and pay attention to mom. So how can I, as a dog, stay in the right position while looking at the toy? Now we're throwing in a little attention healing just so he doesn't think that, you know, anytime we're walking around, he can just stare at the reward or stare at the decoy or stare at the helper or anything like that. Only when I give him the watch command. So when I give him that watch, it means he can look at the item. Now we're going to move forward together, letting him kind of figure it out. As you can see, he's not sure how to stay next to me, so he keeps trying to check in to see where my position is. Now he's too far ahead, so what am I going to do? I'm going to make him go back and do it again, because that was not correct. So don't be afraid to make your dog do the behavior again until he gets it right. And this has been a fairly long training session, but still, you know, he's learning, he's figuring it out, he's problem solving, and you can still see as he's going through that he's making little improvements. He's getting a little bit better here and there. He's starting to realize, and you might not be able to see it from this angle, but he's starting to use his body to push up against my leg a little bit to try to understand where his position is in relation to me. And I'm trying to capture the moment when he makes contact with me to be like, yes, that's a really good idea, bud. You should do that more. So when he does make that contact and he moves together with me, so right there, I'm teaching him, hey, you gotta stay with me, bud. You gotta figure it out. And I know from Medic's history with healing with me that when we back up like that, he tends to move towards me. So I can use that as an opportunity that when he bumps into me, I can click and reward. Be like, yes, that's the thing I want you to do. So here we're going to have him go forward. I think he's starting to get it at this point. See there, he made contact with me. I clicked, I rewarded to capture that moment. I can tell by this point in the training session that Medic is getting pretty smoked, so we're about to finish it out after maybe 1 or 2 more reps. But don't forget to love on your dogs and tell them how great they are. It's always a very important part of the training session. As you can see here, he's starting to get more body contact throughout the exercise. Don't forget to always throw in a little attention healing so he doesn't think that I just look at the toy all the time. Sometimes I gotta look at mom. So on this next repetition, you'll be able to see that the entire time we're doing the transport behavior, he's got full contact with my knee once he starts moving forward. Right here, he makes contact with my knee. He stays in contact, his shoulder to my knee this whole time. And that is something I really like to see. I want to get one more good repetition, and then we're going to end it on this one. So here, when he moves forward, you're going to see his shoulder to my knee, and that's exactly what I want. So that way he doesn't need to look up at me. He knows where I am. He can keep his eye on the toy, and that's the whole point of the exercise. If you have found this helpful, I hope that you check out the rest of our videos, check out our website at airbornek9.com, give us a call, set up a training session with us, and enjoy your day with your dog.